Hey, it's Sai again. How's it going? So we're still in here. I know not much happened the last video. It is a pretty slow game. But, let's see, we have our campfire going. For the most part, I made it for the sake of light. Let me see, I'll show you some basic mining. Or, you double click your pickaxe to start. One good thing, you always want to kind of highlight around in a mine, because like if there's a mob and you highlight it, then you can see it's there, and then you can, I don't know, if you're tough you can go kill it, or if you're weak, like we are, because we just started, you can ignore it. Let me see, this is on like the side, we might not be able to mine here. Let's try to mine. We're mining. Mining is one of those things that it takes a lot of energy to mine one thing, so you probably do not want to queue up 3 mining actions at the same time. See, because like right now I mean, we might be able to do it. Okay, we can't mine there because reasons. Because it's right by the door and stuff and whatever. Let's try over here. I guess what we'll do is here's a new person maybe? Rockrell? Okay, one cool thing about mining is like, see, we mined it, and there's a rock shard down there. Let's just stop. Let's pick up the rock shard. We have a rock shard. It's pretty heavy. Actually, we can't really do much with the rock shard right now, but let's just set it down. Theft warning. Yes, we're not on deed. If I drop this, someone can come take my rock shard. I'll accept it. Here's okay, let's get some iron. Let's get some iron. Hopefully we might want to put more wood in that soon, because it's not very high quality. For the most part, like higher quality fire is not going to be hotter. For the most part, all it does is last longer. That's why like you want like a higher quality forge if you can get one, just because you have you have less wood to put in it, less having to go back and restart it. Because you can only like do things with the metal when it's really hot, which I mean makes sense, but other MMOs, crafting systems, you don't really have to worry about that usually. Once again, what the hell is that one? Low on stamina. Oh yeah, we've been beating on the wall for a minute, so I queued up no track. Okay, stopped. We got 2 irons. Those are really heavy. Let's just walk over here with it. Let's inspect the fire, see how long it's going to last. It doesn't give you an exact time, but it gives you kind of an idea. The fire burns steadily and will still burn for a long time. So I don't know exactly how long that suggests, but that's like the highest thing it can say, so it should last for a good amount. We put that in there. Since it's a low quality fire, I think it will take a while to get there, but in the meantime, let's I don't know if 2 iron will be enough. I want to make a chisel so we can carve our stone into stuff for apparently no reason. But anyway, let's see. We don't need that. Let's open up the crafting window. Our log is still in there from before. Let's get our carving knife. Let's make a couple shafts. As your skill goes up, you'll be faster at making things, and as the quality of your weapon or your tool that you're using goes up, it'll make it faster too. And when it's faster, then like you use your stamina essentially at a set rate. So, like, if we were twice as fast, we would still be here, but we'd have like we would have tried to make 4 shafts instead of 2 shafts. So it's good. It's very, you know, time efficient to get higher quality tools and stuff, but some people, for the sake of skilling, prefer slower tools because you have chances at skill gain at different intervals while you're doing the action. Not just when you complete an action, but while you're doing it. So a lot of people, I mean, if you need to get a job done, obviously use a faster, better tool. But if you're just standing in there, just, you know, your goal is to get like a certain number or, you know, achieve something, and you just need, you know, more carpentry by making shafts, even though that's not a very efficient way, but let's just say, because that's what we're doing right now. You know, you have like a whole box of logs, you just want to make a bunch of shafts. You, just for skill, you would want a slower tool. Oh, here's a thing we can do too. The lower your quality, the more damage your stuff will take. And see, right now, once it hits like 100 damage, it'll poof. You know, not like, oh, warning, you better repair, it'll be gone. So, right click, repair, or repair it. As you repair it, the damage goes away, but also the overall quality goes down a little bit. Eventually, like, as we use this, as we repair it, it will go down to 1. Like, as you can see here, even though the wood scrap is not a good example, most things only go down to 1 quality. So you would either, you know, get a new one, or just deal with it at that, and it'll be really slow, or have like a blacksmith improve it. Okay, we have shafts. How's our metal doing? It's searing hot. We need it glowing hot. So let's wait a little bit on that. Here we go. Let's get let's just take 2 shafts. We will turn these shafts with our carving knife into handles. You know, as you can probably imagine how things work, a shaft is a large piece of wood made out of the log. A shaft is what you would put on, say, a shovel or a pickaxe, whereas a handle would be something you'd put on, you know, like this carving knife on a smaller tool, like, not sure about a hammer, but yeah, like knives or like a file or a mallet. I think a mallet uses just a handle. Let's see, we start... Oh, we didn't start with a hammer, so let's make a mallet head, just for giggles. We have 2 handles. It's good enough for now. Pegs are a part of boats. You don't have to worry about all that for now. Arrow shafts. Archery is something in this game that it's a good way to level up your body control, but it's not very useful in PvE. It's cool, it's fun, but it's definitely not very efficient. Okay, we have a mallet head. Let's see. While we're doing this, let's just make our mallet. All right, put a mallet in there. Handle in the other spot. Is that not it? Does it use a shaft? Okay, it does use a shaft. Whatever. I'm stupid. All right, let's start trying to put our mallet together. A mallet is essentially like a carpenter's bread and butter tool. It's what you would use when you're planning a house, planning a fence. It also, I think it can be used as like a blacksmith's hammer in some situations. But that's for the most part. It's not really you don't really... It's mostly just for like building buildings and stuff. There, we made our mallet. Since we suck, it's only 1 quality, but it's at least a mallet. When we're doing a mallet task, our success rate might not be high, but we can at least attempt it. Glowing from the heat. Okay, these are ready now. To use the ore, you have to put it in your inventory. Wait. Iron ore. They're glowing. Oh, just a second. I got a little ahead of myself. We have to wait. Oh, it's not very... Let's see. Let's put more wood scraps in here. Let's combine those wood scraps. Because you can put each wood scrap in there separately, but... Let's do that. Now, it's a long time again. Oh, there we go. Our iron turned to lumps. A glowing hot lump is what you want. You can work with that. You can't work with the ore. You put that in your inventory. You bring it up here. You can combine it into one big thing. Now we have a 2 weight of let's see. What do we? Okay, let me see. Let's just put that in there for now. Let's actually. So I want to peek out here. Wasn't there a forge? Someone had like a forge out here. If you toggle this, you can go into climbing mode. It makes you really slow, but you're able to go up things a little faster. Let me check in this forge. Someone has a shed here, but their forge is on the outside, so it's got a lot of damage, but it's actually 35 quality, so that's a pretty solid thing. Okay. I think it's a bad thing to expect, because you might not be in a situation where there is a forge right there necessarily. But anyway, let's do this. Let's get 2 more irons. Then we're gonna have to make another kindling to light the forge. Actually, we might be able to use the mallet. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I started out, but it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. It gives you some appreciation for the bigger things when you go back and once again struggle with the little things. Let's stand still, just get our stamina back. Okay. Oh, and you can drink water even from a dirty mine. It doesn't really matter. There's this taste option, which does nothing. When I started, I'm like, oh, we'll taste it. Oh, this is going to be bad water in the mine, right? No. Does nothing. Apparently they wanted to do something with it or something. They had some kind of idea, but they never did it. And the little context button is still there. For apparently no reason. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? Where was our tree? There was our tree. But we still have this log. Let me see. What do we want? Oh wait, let me see. Let me try to we take our lump that's already in there. Mallet. Okay, we can make a small anvil. That's what we wanted. I wasn't sure. Okay. We might not succeed. A lot of these things, like if you fail, let's check the weight. Does it? Yes. We lost 0.2 kilograms of the metal because we failed, and I'm assuming that the small anvil requires 2 kilograms, so we don't have enough to make it now that we failed. But it's okay, because we're not in a hurry. This game is not about hurrying. Sometimes sometimes you forget that. It's like, oh man, this guy has a sweet castle, I want to make a castle. I gotta go pay this guy to make lots of materials, and then blah blah blah, and it's an easy game to get burned out if you try to do things way too fast, because you can't do things too fast. See right there, if you noticed, making a kindling was 51% chance. When we started it was 50, so just a little bit of skill we got, gave us some, I mean, obviously 1% isn't a big deal, but it's something, you know. It's going up in real time. It's see, oh yeah, gotta activate our flint and steel again. It's different on here. This is why I messed it before. Because on a forge, you just go to light, and it's just by default using a kindling. If you don't have a kindling in your inventory, it won't let you do it. And you can burn anything that's wood for the most part. Like let me see. I'm just gonna burn this shaft. Burn that plank. Whatever, let's burn the rest of the log too. Burn that. Burn the plank. While we're here, let's just repair the forge. It's going to take a minute 30. I'm going to pause my recording. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're almost done repairing. Check our skill screen. We've gotten like three repairing skill ups. Some other miscellaneous stuff. Alright, it's done. So now it's the quality has went down a bit, but it has no damage. It'll burn for a long time. Okay. It's in good shape. Let's go. See, someone has a small cart over there, but I think using that is cheating. Because if you started on a different server, or on the server on a different time, and that wasn't there, you know, showing you a situation which you aren't in doesn't help you. Let me see. What is this? Searing hot. Sorry about that. Let's wait until they turn into lumps. Just because they'll be easier to carry. Sorry, I'm burping. I may or may not have taken a drink while I unpaused, or while I had the video paused. Let's see, what do we want to do in the meantime? Let's get more of this wood ready. Or let me show you. If you don't want to use the Wikipedia, or you don't have like a second monitor to watch at the same time, you press N. I think that's the default button too, and it brings you up recipes. You search. I want to make us a small cart at some point, right? There's a large cart, small cart. We can't use a large cart, or we kind of could, but it's out of our league right now. All we need, or this is to start it, we need a small wheel axle and a plank. That's to start it, and then you can start putting other things in there. So, additional things. So we need a bunch of planks, we need a bunch of well, a wheel axle is essentially just some planks and shafts. I already know that. And we need some small nails. That means after we make this anvil, we want to make some small nails out of the iron. And then we can make some planks and some shafts and a small cart, which will allow us to... You can drag a small cart. Like a large cart you can pull with animals, but like a small cart, or you can actually drag a large cart too, but a small cart you can drag behind you. It slows you down. You can't really go at running speed, but it allows you to carry a lot more. Like let's say one dirt, right, weighs 20. So once we have like 5 dirt or something, like we almost literally couldn't move anymore. Whereas a small cart, we could put in 40 dirt and still move at like half speed. So, I mean, you'll see people with wagons with like crates full of like tons of stuff, but when you're starting out, that's a very good tool. Let's just put this in there for a second. These are still hot, I think, right? Okay. Let's get the 4. Let's put them back in the inventory. I don't know why. See, we got 3 now. Let's combine it. That means we have several opportunities to fail and still be able to continue to make it. Hopefully we make it. I mean, you know, you have bad RNG, you fail like 10 times in a row, then yeah, we'd have to go get new iron and try again, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe the game will realize I'm trying to make a video for other people. And Let's see. So yeah, if you had like a better mallet right here, this would be a little faster, but it's not a big deal. There we go. We succeeded in making our anvil. It's just a crappy anvil. You move that up there, it's a tool. What can we do with this? We can make nails, rivets, sheets. You can make silverware, even though I don't think those are really useful. Candelabra, locks. Here's some tools we can make. Like a chisel is one thing I wanted, but it's going to take a backseat right now. Like a hammer is like essentially like the metal version of a mallet. It does have some different uses. You can't do everything with a mallet that you can with a hammer. So it would be like if you're going to do smithing, you should get a hammer. Here's a butchering knife, so when you kill a mob or something, you can butcher it. You get some meat and some fur type of thing. Here's a large anvil. That uses a lot of metal, but that's also a big thing for you making like some of the other tools or some bigger metal things. A large anvil is a good thing to have too. But let's see, let's start with we needed small nails, right? I'm just gonna bring it up one more time just to kind of remember small nails. Like you get a lot of clutter in this game on your UI, but you get kind of used to it. You know, I got my inventory, the forge, even though I don't really need that anymore. But if my metal gets like cold, I have to put it back in there. Let's just go start making some nails. We got 50% chance. It's not too bad, especially for someone with literally no blacksmithing skill. Well, 1.2 because we made one thing. Let's see, failed so far. One good thing about nails, they don't use much material at all. Like we could probably make quite a few nails. It's just this little bit we got. One thing I thought was kind of weird is like, alright, it's 0.2 each, so, see, we only need how many? We only need 2, but, I know, I keep thinking I should like pause this and like not show like me making all these things, but that is what this game is. It's pretty boring. But it's worth it, you know? Let's see, is there anyone around us that? No? Just us. Yeah, I mean all those things you can make. Hatchet. We already, you know, you start with some tools, so you don't need a lot of these things. They've made it a little easier over the years. Before, like, you didn't have quite as many things. We have 4 now, that's good enough. Let's see. Okay, let's just for giggles put the anvil and the lump back in there. Just don't need the anvil, it just weighs us down. Let's see, we got... Okay, let's see, we have... This shaft is not... See, it's not full weight, so... If we build something that needs a shaft, this one wouldn't work. So let's just burn that in the fire. See, how many... We need a wheel axle. I know you need... Let's go back to our wood. Let's take a log, crafting window, log, saw. Let's make planks again. I know, I think a lot of people don't really get the game at first because, like, you know, obviously we're not really doing much here, right? Even when I make this car, even like if we went and mined some more, obviously we're not making much progress to getting our own place, starting our own little deed, our own house, right? That's a bit far off. What you can do, you can ask in the channels if like any villages are recruiting. That's definitely a good place to learn the basics. Let's see, let's stop making that. Let's just start our thing. Let's start our wheel axles. Put a plank and a shaft. Let's make our small wheel. It's a bit lower success rate, but we'll get it. Oops. See, it's good to pay attention to your thing. As your food goes down, as your water goes down, your stamina regenerates slower. Ooh, first try. Alright, now, let's see, we put this in here. We need 2 more planks and 1 shaft for our small wheel. Oh yeah, we have to make a wheel axle, which essentially a wheel axle is 2 small wheels and a shaft in between them. So, whatever. Moral of the story, we need more planks and shafts. Go back to our saw. No, not a yoke. I don't like that. Plank. But anyway, yeah, there's most servers have kind of like a noob-friendly village or two. I think a good thing, even though it's kind of a boring way, is to ask on the forums or look up on the forums. Let's see, let's go to the forums right now. I have this bookmarked just so I can see people that are selling things. Let's go to the homepage of the forums. See, this is like just general stuff. Here's Village Recruitment Center. Let's see who's recruiting right now. Empire of Molrayhan, that's on PvP. You don't want that. There's another PvP. Here's a place on Xanadu, the big server. Here's a German-speaking place on Xanadu. Let's go back in there and queue up some more planks. Let's see. Another chaos thing. There's only like a few PvP villages, and I mean they're pretty, you know, they're pretty proud and they're pretty dedicated people. But it's not what we're doing right now. There's a lot of things in Xanadu just because that's the new bigger server. I don't know. It wouldn't be that hard to. It's definitely a good thing to do to start because I mean, yes, you give up a little bit of freedom. You know, a lot of places, like when you're a new person, you know, you want to make your own house, but you don't really have the means to do that, right? It would take you forever to go, you know, cut down trees, move all the stuff, do all these things. Plus, like, you wouldn't have the money to, like, actually place your deed because it costs endgame money. So, a lot of these places, either they give you like a little area where you could build, you can store stuff, whatever, or they have like pre-built houses and you can, you know, put your stuff in there, then go do your things. Find someone else in the town who, you know, they might need someone to work on, like, you know, making some planks, right? We're not necessarily doing a great job right now, but just someone who wanted like a lot of low quality planks just to, you know, maybe build some normal, just simple wood buildings or build like a wood bridge or whatever they want. That's a task we could do, right? It would take a while. We would make some money. We would make some friends. People would, you know, appreciate us. Plus, if we did join this village, right, we would, you know, essentially be getting something from them. You know, as far as advice and just a free place to stay and stuff. So, you know, if nothing else, it's just a way to pay them back. So, it's not a thing I would do, but I think, like I said, like when I started, people in my stream helped me, which was really nice. But not a lot of people have that kind of a situation. So, it's definitely an option. And what you would do, you would want to, like if you wanted to, like here, because this server release, the one that we're on right now, is pretty barren. There's not a lot of people. So you would want to ask in the global channel probably, because someone on Xanadu might. But it would be, because like one thing you can do only once is like when you're invited into a village, you can port to that village only once. Not once per server, but once. So like if someone invited me to a village on this server, you know, it'd come up like, oh, do you want to join? Yes. Do you want to teleport there? Yes. I would never be able to do that again. It's a really good way to get there, but like, you know, if someone on Xanadu in one of those, you know, multiple villages that we're recruiting, if they wanted to invite us, Let me see. Let's just put let's just put those in that pile of logs. Wood scraps are just a complete waste for the most part. But anyway, yeah, if they invited us, we would have to get there somehow. There is no magical way to port between servers. Someone would have to get us in a boat. Drive over here, take us over there. It's not ultra uncommon that someone might do that, but that's a pretty long shot. So, I don't know. That's why, like, I think somehow it seems counterproductive or counterintuitive to, you know, have like a village lined up before you even start playing, but somehow I think that would be the best way to save everybody some time. Okay, anyway, that's the end of this video. We're going to continue the cart on the next one. I hope you're having fun. It's such a boring game, but it's fun. It's fun, it's addictive, it's worthwhile. You meet some cool people, have some good times, you cut a couple thousand planks. You're living the life. I'll see you next time.